When you think about Hamilton, you often think military, right?
Absolutely. It's deep in their history. World War I, even.
And then becoming the sole supplier to the U.S. Army in World War II, that says a lot about reliability.
Definitely. These watches had to be tough, genuinely functional tools, not just for show.
Exactly. Which kind of sets the stage for what we're diving into today.
The new 2025 additions to the Khaki Field automatic line.
That's the one. They're really trying to capture that, rugged utilitarian spirit again.
So our mission here is to sort of unpack what makes these new ones tick, what's interesting for people listening.
Right. Without getting totally lost in spec sheets. Quick, thorough, useful insights.
Okay, let's start with the basics then. The case?
Two sizes, yeah.
Yep, 38 millimeter and a 42 millimeter, both stainless steel.
And the thickness. Is there much difference?
A little bit. The 38 is about 11.5 millimeter thick. The 42 is slightly slimmer at 11 millimeter.
Interesting. Both water resistant to 100 meters, though.
Correct. And sapphire crystal front and back, which is always nice to see.
Lets you appreciate the movement inside.
And look at the finishing. The case metal, it's got that brushed finish. Very practical.
But then the bezel and the crown are polished.
Yeah, it adds a little refinement, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Stops it from being purely utilitarian.
Makes it a bit more versatile, maybe? Wearable beyond just, like, field work?
I think so. It bridges that gap between tool watch and everyday watch quite nicely.
Okay, so moving inside the case. The dials. New colors.
Two new ones. A dark blue and a khaki green.
And they still have that classic military look, I assume.
Oh, for sure. Big, oversized Arabic numerals. Super clear.
Both 12 and 24-hour scales.
Yep, both scales are there, plus a really precise minutes track around the edge. Legibility is key.
Does it feel similar to, say, the titanium khaki field or maybe that Far Cry limited edition?
There are similarities, definitely. The overall layout. But the finishing's a bit different here.
And I noticed a framed date window at 3 o'clock.
Right. It's a neat touch. Gives it a bit more definition than just a simple cutout.
They seem to have played with texture on the dial, too.
Yeah, subtly. The central part, where the 24-hour scale sits, has a slight sunray effect.
Catches the light a bit.
Exactly. And then the outer ring, with the main hour markers, that's got a matte, snailed finish.
Like fine concentric circles. Adds depth.
It does. And for low light, plenty of superluminova.
On the hands, obviously. Those syringe-style hands.
On the hands, the indices, and little dots every 5 minutes.
Plus that white frame on the date helps it pop.
And the red tip on the seconds hand, too. Another small detail for visibility.
Okay, so what's making it all tick? What's the movement?
It's the caliber H10. That's Hamilton's version of the Swatch Group's Powermatic 80.
Ah, the Powermatic. Known for being pretty reliable.
Very reliable. And this version uses a Nevacron hairspring.
Which means better resistance to magnetism, right? Increasingly important these days.
Definitely. With phones, laptops, all that stuff around us.
And the frequency.
It runs at 3 hertz. Gives you a nice smooth sweep for the seconds hand.
And the big selling point of the Powermatic. Power reserve.
80 hours. It's over 3 days.
So you can take it off Friday evening.
And it'll still be running come Monday morning. Very convenient.
Yeah, that really boosts the practicality, reinforces that dependable feel.
Absolutely. It fits the go anywhere, do anything vibe.
So, the practical question, what's the damage, price-wise?
Okay, so for the models on the stainless steel bracelet, both sizes, you're looking at 825 euros.
And if you prefer leather?
There's a brown leather strap option with a pin buckle. That one's a bit less. It's 745 euros.
Seems pretty competitive considering the specs and the brand heritage.
I'd agree. It offers quite a lot for that price point in today's market.
Right. So wrapping this up then, these new khaki fields, they seem to do a good job blending things.
Yeah, you've got that strong historical military inspiration.
Mixed with genuinely modern features.
Yeah.
The new colors, the updated movement, that long power reserve.
The anti-magnetic properties, the finishing touches, it feels like a solid evolution.
Keeps that core identity but makes it, well, relevant for now.
Which kind of brings us to a final thought for everyone listening.
Go on.
Well, think about what it means for a watch like this to carry such a heavy historical legacy, from the battlefields.
But also to fully embrace modern tech and design sensibilities.
Exactly. How does that specific blend of past and present influence how you see it? Does it change your perception of its reliability or even its style today?
Something to ponder, how history and modernity coexist on your wrist.